Ooh. Yeah, so I definitely, oh my goodness. Some of you got somebody, you're either obsessed with someone or they're obsessed with you. And it has to do with seeing the bigger picture. Happy home, happy life. See, this is someone who's thinking about this, obsessing. Okay? But it's also telling you not to repeat mistakes of the past. Okay? So, like I say, there's some sort of obsession. Oh yeah, someone's obsessed here. They can't stop thinking about someone because they're visualizing a happy home and life, the future. But it's saying, look at the bigger picture. Don't make mistakes of the past. Yeah, we got an energy. Oh my goodness. Some of you got someone here who's maybe a little bit immature, or maybe there's just somebody here who's younger. But it's also someone who kind of focuses on self. I do feel there's someone here who focuses on self, talks a lot about themselves, or someone talking about the person they're obsessed with. Yeah, we have a little bit of sadness here. Someone kind of feeling like there's no hope. Now, this could be also the energy of here for the good time, not a long time. Because this is what someone's visualizing and hoping for, but now feeling there's no hope. Yeah, and I do feel it's someone who keeps talking about this person. They're just crazy about them. Yeah, which is sometimes normal, yeah. But there's something shifty and sneaky going on here. Like I say, don't make mistakes of the past. Somebody who's a little bit sneaky. Now, all may not be what it seems. But like I feel there's something kind of up here where someone's feeling there's no hope. Somebody's up to something. It's an energy of someone trying to sneak away. Someone's trying to sneak away a little bit, pull away. You may have dealt with this before, so it's telling you to look at it and to actually see the bigger picture. Okay? Now, it's either they're crazy about you, but there's something very unhealthy about this person, or it's yourself obsessing. Yeah. Let's take a look. I'm going to use, which deck shall I use? I'm going to use this one. Let's have a look at the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so there's definitely a physical attraction. Definitely a spark, a lot of passion. It's a passionate new beginning, but there's a lot of focus on that, the passion. This is someone focused on that wand, you see? Yeah, it's an attraction here, but like I say, it's becoming obsession. Somebody maybe could say maybe a unhealthy session with sex, quite possibly. Yeah, it's an energy of trying to temper this. Like I say, this is an energy of taking a step back, trying to see things a little differently here. And maybe they're different than the usual type, or they're your type. I would have to say, because of the Eight of Swords, this is someone who's kind of like your type. A lot of focus on the physical connection, yeah. But I also see someone obsessing about this person, talking a lot about them, feeling like there's not a lot of hope, because it does look like there's something shifty and sneaky going on. And it's like someone's kind of trying not to look at that. Let's have a look at the Ten of Cups. Yeah, so there's a little bit of regret or stress. I feel it's more like stress. It's an energy of making better decisions, okay? There's something here that you could regret, but like I say, a lot of stress, anxiety, a lot of thinking about this, because like I say, it's an energy of visualizing and wanting a happy home, happy life. But the bigger picture is, this is something that you could possibly regret here. Let's have a look at the Page of Wands. Why is this here? Yeah, see a bit of deception, dishonesty, mixed messages, mixed signals, yeah. But I'm going to tell you, because of this, it's an energy of defeat. You can defeat this by taking a step back, okay? Being a little bit patient and kind of looking at this in a different way. Yeah, but it looks like a type. Some of you have a type. You keep going for the same type. Eight of Wands. Or pardon me, Five of Wands. Yeah, chaos, conflict, drama. A lot of drama here. Yeah, so it's like conflicting personalities, there will be, I feel, at some point, because this is where I see. But it's about somebody here. I feel it's somebody sneaking away. Like I say, there's not a lot of action, but this is when this person wants that physical connection, that's when you hear from this person. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Yeah, all isn't what it seems, though. Take a step back, look at things a little different. Okay, like I say, it's just, you just have to kind of look at it, and maybe you just need to be more patient. Okay, like I say, if this is your type, some of you I can see this is your type here, the type of person that you keep picking over and over again. Yeah, see, it's an energy of moving on. And I can see this energy of kind of moving on here. Someone here is trying to sneak away, moving on. They may be even going places, traveling, taking trips, you know, leaving someone out. Because that's where I kind of feel there's this energy of, yeah, I do see this King of Pentacles, somebody focusing on their own future. This is someone who's focused on self. And I do see there's a level of possible immaturity here, because I do see deception. Now, this could be somebody who's kind of frustrated about something, because it could be because someone keeps talking, you know, maybe pressuring them a little bit here too. Someone who talks a lot about self. But then we have, like I say, this is someone, they are stable financially, but it has to do with looking into the future. See, this is someone trying to avoid. They're trying to sneak away, because this is someone who tries to avoid confrontation, and that's what's happening. Someone tries to move on calmly, peacefully, that's what it is, to avoid confrontation. This is someone sneaking away. Yeah. Because they are looking at the bigger picture. So I feel there's some sort of regret here. Now, let me have a look at that. Yeah, because see, it's an energy of manipulation. This is someone trying to manifest something new. Like they have their eye on the bigger picture. They're looking out there. Yeah, this is someone who has everything they need. See, this is someone getting what they want, getting what they need. And when they don't want anything or need anything, they kind of move on, because they're avoiding confrontation. So it could be someone who gets on the soapbox and rants, maybe someone who's confrontational here, drama. Yeah, tell me more about this Five of Swords. Yeah, see, it's telling you to take a pause, to look at this from different perspectives, okay? So there's an energy of two people who may be conflicting personalities. This is a person who's often very calm, balanced. I like to keep their life in balance. But this person's likely already, you know, some sort of chaos and conflict in their life. And it's also a person who often, they start something, starts very passionately, there's an attraction, then they start to feel that something is off, okay? Like I say, it's a strong Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, some Gemini energy, a little Pisces. So it's an energy of introspection, taking a pause, a little introspection here. This is someone who kind of, like I say, if there's confrontation, they try to avoid it. Okay, now if you are somebody who's picked somebody where you're the one who avoids confrontation because you don't want this person to move on. So there's two ways of looking at it. It's saying right here, looking at this from different perspectives. There's several perspectives, but I'm seeing mind games, manipulation. Someone's frustrated. They're up in their head. It's like, you know, yeah, it's an energy of being defeated here too. Yeah, so someone who's definitely been dealing with their stuff, but like I say, this is someone manifesting something new. They have everything they need. They're just moving on to avoid. They want to avoid whatever they've been through before, a very unhealthy relationship. Tell me about temperance. Yeah, this is something, someone being careful what they say. See, someone who's cautious and careful what they say, but it's about starting something, how something started, laying the foundation. Yeah, this is somebody who was apprehensive, I feel. You know, like I say, it's someone who, I mean, this is definitely a communication about avoiding confrontation, the way someone communicates. There's a lack of clarity. There's something off with the way they communicate. But I'm going to tell you, I almost feel like the chemistry may be wearing off here, because sometimes when things start passionately, it can actually burn out. Yeah, so it has to do with somebody here. See, it's an energy of moving on. Something is changing. This is someone trying to move on here. Someone isn't letting this person move on. There's some regret here, I feel, for actually starting this. It probably wasn't the right time. Let's have a look at the Nine of Swords. Oh, Sorry for anyone who's dealing this, but if this is your type and you keep picking the same type where it starts out with passion, that physical attraction, okay, doing the same thing over and over right here. I feel this is someone here who's not sure this is the right person for them. I feel there's regret, and I feel they're taking a step back, feeling a little differently. Something is starting to feel off, and they're trying to move on. But somebody keeps coming back around. Someone's trying to not let this person move on. Let's have a look at the Nine of Swords. This is someone who should, I mean, it's a person who avoids confrontation. That's what they do. So they kind of just sneak away. Now, it's possible this person may have also felt there was something up, because there's two perspectives. They felt something was off, something kind of shifty, shady, you know. Somebody who's kind of playing games, mind games, trying to manipulate in some way. But, yeah, take it as it resonates. You know whether you've been that way or not. Let's have a look at the Nine of Swords. Why is this here? Yeah, see, this is someone who's, there's the breadcrumber. Someone who's, you know, they're staying in contact. There's either no contact or just a little bit breadcrumbs, because that's how the page sets the foundation. It's how it starts. You see, it starts by a little bit of a test, testing the waters to see if they can get what they want. There's strings attached here, too. There's some kind of strings attached. Now, like I say, and it's an energy of change, where something has changed, the way they're communicating. See, it's almost like, yeah, I mean, it was passionate, enthusiastic, cheerful, and now it's breadcrumbing, and there's strings attached. There's regret here. Yeah, someone's no longer reaching out properly. Yep, strings attached while you're waiting. See, some of you are waiting here. And while this person's looking elsewhere and trying to sneak away. Little caution. Like I say, you can flip this energy. Maybe it's yourself. Trying to move on calmly and peacefully. Someone distancing themselves. It's someone going somewhere too. I see travel, movement here. Yeah, tell me about this Five of Wands energy. Yeah, someone's having, see, enlightenment, a little aha moment. A little bit of aha. So some of you are starting to clue in. Okay, seeing the light, that this is someone moving on, sneaking away. There's something shifty. They're manifesting something new. Now, this person could be not even being honest here about things, but tell me about the Magician. Yeah, this is starting something new. See, manipulating. It's all about the passion, how it starts. This is, I feel it's somebody moving on, distancing themselves. But they're trying to avoid confrontation by just keeping in touch, strings attached. See, you're always waiting for this person, and then you get little breadcrumbs because they're looking elsewhere. It's telling you to move on from this. It's time to move on, to look elsewhere yourself, I feel. Especially if this person just comes in for the action, the good times, right? But this is someone who's here for the good times, but not if there's stress or confrontation, they're not into it. So there's been a lot of drama and stress. Yeah. Some of you may be regretting this. If you have those regrets, you can move on anytime you want. Cut the cord, okay? There's strings attached here of some sort, I feel. Yeah, and I do think this is someone manifesting something new. They're making some sort of choice possibly here. I mean, it's all about the physical attraction. And not even the physical attraction. It's often this is someone focused on that wand, right? That's what they want. It's an unhealthy attachment, and that's why I feel if you're obsessed with this person and you're talking about them, you know, it's all about moving on. Like I say, it's time for change. Because they're changing. There's something changing because of the way they communicate. That's what I feel. It's not very clear. It's just it's somebody who kind of keeps you hanging. That's what I feel. They're holding on in case whatever it is they're manifesting new doesn't work out. And then they can come back around and get what they want. Yeah. Someone here has got some sort of choice they're manifesting here. Yep, see, manifesting Another person, same thing, here for the good times. As soon as there's drama or you confront this person about strings or anything, they're not talking, they're just drifting away here, distancing themselves. They could be at a distance or traveling. They're up to something shifty. You can probably feel it. Yeah, tell me about the Ace of Wands or Ace of Swords. More about this truth, this little aha moment, being enlightened. Yeah, see, guarded, defensive. It's an energy of being very guarded, very defensive. You know, feeling like you need to see if you stand up to yourself from this person because they keep you waiting and then they start to sneak away. So someone who goes off and licks their wounds too, you can see. Something that you may have said to this person triggered them a little bit, where they're kind of looking at what they've been through. If this is someone who's had a very unhealthy relationship before, they may be seeing the signs here, but like I say, I feel it's more about the person who talks a lot about them. There's a lot of obsession, a lot of somebody rants. This is someone who can get on a soapbox. But again, like I say, the two perspectives. Somebody who's here for the good times. As soon as there's trouble, they move on. Yeah, and it could be this person moving on here because you can see, there it is, communicating with someone else. But I feel like someone's trying to keep this person from moving on by kind of giving them something. Giving them what they want. Yeah, it's all about whether this is the one or not. Because I feel like this person's looking elsewhere, like feeling this isn't the one, this isn't the right person, conflicting personalities or whatever it may be. Yeah, because they're seeing this sense of lack. There's something lacking. It can be something to do with money. There's just some sort of negative energy. It's somebody who ghosts somebody too, and that's where I feel it will be. Possible ghosting, but there's definitely negative energy. See, feeling left out. Somebody who, like I say, it's an energy of leaving. You're waiting and they're leaving you out. But when this person gets lonely and they're feeling down and out in the blues, they reach out. See, it's a test. It's this constant temptation. And I feel some of you are tempted to maybe reach out to this person, but yeah, see, it has to do with power, control. This is somebody who has control. They've taken control. I feel like some of you have given this person that control. It's almost like you're just waiting for this person, right? They're leaving you out, ghosting you. You're always on the outside, not the inside, you see? And the Chariot is about putting on the brakes, taking another look. Sensing that something's kind of off here. And I feel it could be them too, feeling it's, but it's this person is in control. See, someone's trying to control something too. We got fire energy here. Somebody trying to control to keep this person from moving on. Something to keep holding on to them, to keep that door open. So, yeah, the Chariot. One more on the Hangman and we'll wrap this up. So those of you, if this is somebody who's your type and you're seeing and sensing, feeling the same things are happening, you can put on the brakes at any time and take back their power. You can defeat this. And if you defeat this person, they will literally move away. And maybe this is what's happening for some of you. You've put on the brakes at some point and took back some kind of control. But I almost feel like it's somebody's giving this person the control to do this, to breadcrumb. To keep you waiting. And then while you're waiting, you get kind of lonely. You start to feel that lack. So it's telling you to take another look at this situation. And it could be this person that's done this, taken another look, giving it another try. But like I say, it's like coming back around, but there's no real change. Yeah. There's not really any change here. That's what I feel, because it's an energy of feeling, hopeful that there'll be change. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands. Yeah, guarded, defensive. Yeah, somebody pushing it's somebody kind of pushing someone away with their words here too. A little bit of rant, a lot of ranting, talk, obsession. Like I say, someone who talks a lot about themselves. A lot of drama. And then we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is someone feeling beat up. See, looking back, feeling this is where you start to feel like giving up. Yeah, and there's that wand, you see? But this is often, like I say, with whatever it is this person's manifesting that's new, if it doesn't work out, they can come back around. So they're keeping in touch, you see? They keep in touch, just enough to keep you waiting. I feel they have control. They're the one in control of how this goes. It's like giving them the control to do so, especially if it's like you're, kind of letting this person do this because you're waiting. See, when you wait, someone knows you're always going to be waiting. Yeah, this is somebody quite clever. Yeah, tell me about this Page of Wands. Yeah, becoming Knight of Wands. They're starting to become very enthusiastic. See, they're moving in another direction. Manifesting something new or thinking about it, planning, preparing. See, it's all about this time apart, trying to distance themselves, avoiding confrontation. You feel like they're avoiding you. But it's like nothing's changed. It's like the same thing happening if there's someone who's come back around. I mean, generally this is somebody who's quite enthusiastic. Little bit of a runner, somebody who runs away from stuff here. But like I say, if you look at this from different perspectives, circling around, they came in, very quick, very charming. Things move very quick. But this is someone who does, if they start to feel pressure, too much pressure, confrontation, drama, whatever it is, this is someone moving on. But I do see that energy of defeat, where somebody felt kind of defeated at some point here. Feeling something's up, something's shifty, sneaky. But like I say, all isn't always what it seems. It's more like just someone who just wants to avoid something here. Yeah, and I see someone not feeling emotionally fulfilled. See, it's all about the passion. This person's all about that passion. See, and walking away. So some of you, and it could be them walking away, but I feel like it's telling you, those of you who are dealing with this, and there's a lot of attraction, the spark, the attraction, it's all that. See, thinking this is the one. Some of you might feel this is the one. Maybe they felt that way. But like I say, it looks like, it's almost like that flame is burning out a little bit here with this person. Yeah, it looks like they're walking away to start something new, but I also feel perspective. It's telling you it's maybe time to move on here. Yeah, but this is someone who will keep coming back as long as there's strings, as long as this person has control and they know you're waiting, keeping that foot in the door, waiting. This person will keep doing it. You can defeat this by taking back your power. But if you're the one who's obsessed, though, this is what I feel. Some of you, you're crazy about this person. A lot of obsession, yeah. It's a lot to do with money. This could be someone who has an unhealthy attachment to money. I feel like that's part of it here. Yeah, see, it's the runner, somebody who's the runner. They come in when they want it. When they want attention, it's the same old thing. It's when they want attention, they come back around. But the thing is this is someone who just keeps right on going. Soon as you want something from this person, they start to put on the brakes. If you want too much, it's like they don't want to give too much. And I do feel that this is someone who's probably started off as quite generous, and now it's sort of petering off here. Yeah, it's all about attention, ego. It's about not wanting to provide. See, they're not giving you what you want. They're not giving you any attention. And it's almost like some of you allowed this person that control. But you can put on the brakes anytime and take that power. You can defeat this. If you defeat this person, regardless, they're still sneaking away. They're still moving on. Gone off to lick their wounds, If you take back your power and stop feeding their ego. See, stop feeding their ego. Because that's how it starts, feeding each other's ego. You see? Yeah, that's just, the attraction. But, there we have it. It's telling you to look at the bigger picture. It's all about seeing the bigger picture, where this is going to go, because I feel this is someone who will come back when they want attention, but when you want it, they toss hints, breadcrumbs, they got excuses for everything, you know, whatever the issue. It's just, I feel like it's just there's lack showing through the cracks here. One more on the Hanged Man. Yeah, saying this may not be in your best interest. And this person may be feeling it's not in their best interest as well, for some reason. Like I say, it's looking at things from a different perspective. This could be someone who's been checking someone else out, possibly. And you may be thinking that too, because of the perspective. But this is the Star. See, releasing things that no longer serves. This, you know, does this person have your best interest at heart? You see, you want to look at that. See, it's all about releasing this. Letting this go. But I feel there was some sort of hope here that the feelings were mutual. See, perspective. I'm not so sure they are. At least at what you want, the bigger picture. This happiness, this emotional fulfillment. Because that's what it is, getting emotionally fulfilled. Someone here has already got their cups filled. You're filling their cup, feeding their ego, giving them what they want. And I feel at first it probably started that way. You were both getting something you wanted. Now this person is, you know, I don't know. Let's have a look at the Star. Yeah, there it is. See, momentum, multiple opportunities. Somebody could be checking someone else out. Some of you may be feeling that way. I kind of feel, you know, there's a little pause and you may be looking at this. But the Eight of Wands is telling me multiple opportunities, things speeding up. Like I feel it's just this person's busy. There's all this busy. And you maybe feel because maybe you're busy. You have things, goals, things you're trying to accomplish. Okay, it may not be in your best interest to even go down this road. So I feel there's choices for you here. I mean, what you want is love, someone who gives you attention, you know. And I do feel like you fed each other's ego at first. You both got your cup filled, but now someone's put on the brakes. They've had their fill, you see. They've had their fill. Now they're moving on to something else here. Because now there's this big ego. And I actually kind of feel, to be honest, you've built up each other's ego a little bit here, I feel, for some of you. But there's still something lacking that feels off. See, it's just not emotionally fulfilling. So, yeah. Like I say, it's sometimes, you know, that fire, that, you know, it's like the candle blowing out, right? Sometimes starts hot and heavy and then it starts to burn out. Yeah. Just sort of looking back, feeling like beat up, and the next minute thinking, well, you know, maybe I can get this to go in my favor here. Know your worth and value, okay? Know your worth. Because it is an energy of, you know, if you really want somebody who gives you attention, but you're not, see, I feel like you were getting what you needed, both of you. So it was like okay to kind of wait and be patient, to just go with the flow and see what happens, and then it changes. Yeah. See, it's about baggage, releasing baggage. See, the sun is shining. This person's released something. They're free from something now. Like I feel like you helped this person. You were there for them when they were sad. Maybe even both of you at some point. But like I say, now that this burden is lifted off them, this person wants to be free to play the field. And that's exactly what they're thinking of doing. This is a very common energy. If you connect with somebody that's going through something, a divorce, a breakup, or they're kind of in between something, or there's a lot going on and they're sad and they need support and, you know, helping them out, being there. But you have to look at this because it's starting to look like somebody's benefiting more than the other person. Someone's getting something more than the other person. But you can look at what you're benefiting. And if it is a friends with benefits, two consenting adults, whatever it is that works. If you're both getting your cups filled, but someone's thinking of walking away. And I think some of you are actually seeing the bigger picture here too. Like, yeah, see, it's about leaving something behind. I think this is somebody who wants to play the field now because now the burden's lifted. Whatever was bothering them, stressing them out, whatever they were dealing with is now being lifted. The sun's shining. They're getting ready for something new. Yep, exactly. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are starting to feel that way too. I kind of see it here. Seeing this situation doesn't serve you. They may not have your best interests at heart. Maybe they're feeling that way. Like there's trust issues, there's mind games, mixed messages, mixed signals. I mean, it's like the whole shebang here. Yeah. Take your power back. Okay, stay strong, take your power back. If there's something lacking, if it feels off, it's telling you to trust your intuition. Okay, because it's always important to do that. Because like I say, there's always something new. And I do see some of you literally moving on, you know. And I feel like some of you got something for this. They built your ego for a while. You built theirs. Now it's like going off to play the field, like both of you almost here. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. See, starting something new. See, getting out, socializing, being more social, friends and family, gatherings, some kind of news. So, yeah. But there's the shock, something sudden. Yeah, like I say, this is an energy of defeat, where you might feel a little defeated if this person all of a sudden tells you they're starting something new. So just be a little cautious, okay? It's telling you, don't be afraid to put on the brakes. Don't give this person all the power, because that's what I feel. But in some ways, I feel the recipient of this King of Pentacles is someone who's ranting, talking a lot, kind of a little bit of obsession. Definitely cheerful, lively, friendly. I see flirty, a lot of that. See things moving fast, a lot of flirting. But I feel like some of you've got something from this. Like they built up your ego a little bit. So I actually feel like it's telling you, take that power, take what you got from this and apply it to a new person. Someone who actually has your best interest at heart. I don't feel like this is somebody who wants to hurt anybody. I just feel like they're here for the good times. Not the bad times, you see. There's somebody who just moves on. Yeah. And I do feel at some point maybe you put on the brakes and then they kind of felt defeated. So it's all about taking that power back. Yeah. See, friends with benefits. And that's it. Who's benefiting? And that's what it wants you to ask. Who is benefiting from this connection? Are they friends? Is this person there for you when you need a helping hand? If you need something fixed or you need something, are they there for you? See, this is the whole thing. It's telling you to kind of assess that, to look at that connection. Yeah, are you both getting what you want? Or are you fulfilling each other's needs? Because it does look like this is someone distancing themselves or trying to. Because I feel some of you put on the brakes and you're the one coming back around. There's some sort of an arrangement here. But, if, you know, like I say, if you both get what you want, that's fine. Okay? You can choose to walk away at any time. Yeah. Interesting. Yep. You can choose to walk away at any time and start something new and still feel happy about it. Okay? It's all about your own choices, your own preferences. I do see some of you actually doing that, but I feel like this is someone who now wants to play the field. The burdens are lifted. They got what they wanted. It kind of seen them through. Now they want to, maybe they want to travel, they want to do things. But yeah, it's a person who wants to play the field. And I think some of you too. If you were kind of lonely, lacking love in your life, and this person come in, now you may be feeling that way. It's time to maybe play the field. A sense of pride, a sense of maybe just being ready for something new. Yeah. Interesting. Quite the read. Take care. Wish you the best and bye for now.